This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.
Hello, everybody. This is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show. Thank you for checking me out today. I just wanted to do a live video here, and I'll put the replay up as well. And I wanted to talk about this movie that is out now on Netflix and also on YouTube that I just saw. I want to encourage everyone to see it. It's called What the Health. What the Health? A kind of a double take on this. What the HELL or HEWL? What the health is going on? And it's a great movie, and it's like many of the previous movies that are coming out just to reveal the truth about what's happening. And when I saw the reviews of this, I was very sad to see so many people have something negative to say about such a wonderful made documentary about the truth about what's going on with our own bodies and our own health. Now, me, if I was growing up and somebody would have showed me a movie like this, I would have had the same type of response to a negative response to such a film, because my life basically consisted of eating dead animals and carcasses. And for somebody to say that wasn't healthy, I would have been like, what the health? But after going through an illness and overcoming it, and by eliminating dead animals from in my diet and stop consuming them and their products as well, I completely understand the facts that this video is talking about, and on also understanding the science behind health and disease, understanding what truly is healthy and what isn't healthy. And just here's one thing I want everyone to remember, okay? Just because our body can get away with doing something for a certain amount of time doesn't mean you're excluded from the damages that it will cause later on. So it's something very important. It's something very important we need to understand, because people think they've escaped the idea of getting away with it. It's like the smoking cigarettes. Just because you can get through a pack of cigarettes without suffering or without getting lung disease doesn't mean you're immune to getting lung disease from smoking cigarettes. And in the movie, when they compared things like eating a hot dog or eating 5 hot dogs to smoking a pack of cigarettes when it comes to getting a heart attack and things like this, it's very shocking and eye-opening. And then you see meat and dairy products being promoted by the Heart Disease and the Cancer Society and all these societies on their website. And people need to wake up. So I'm praying that people would see it and get it and understand it. And thankfully, so I've already had several people see this and already decide they were going to go on a vegetarian diet and stop eating, and actually a vegan diet and stop eating animals, because it's just not fit for human consumption. Again, just because we can get away with consuming it and eating it, and it's not fit for human consumption. The way the animals are raised today, the toxins that are put in the animals, and the amount of it that's eaten is the reason why nobody should be eating animals today. Some people might say, well, in biblical times, people ate animals, so it must be okay. No, what we're doing with animals today and how people are eating them, all you can eat toxins that are in the animals as well. It's just destroying us. It's destroying our health. And I used to be somebody who advocated eating free range or grass-fed animals, and I no longer advocate that either, because it's just so tremendously unhealthy to consume anything that is just not fit for human consumption. And our wonderful bodies are so amazing that we could actually get through with eating it and be able to do it. But that doesn't excuse us from the consequences that can and will happen. It's estimated now that I think 1 in 3 people in your lifetime will get either cancer or heart disease, and pretty sure it'll be 1 in 2. And if people keep eating the same way they're eating, it'll be everybody. Well, if you know people that don't eat animals, the chances are much better of not getting it. Now, by no means am I suggesting that being a vegan or vegetarian is going to exclude you from getting a heart attack or cancer or something like this, because there's a healthy way to do it and a not healthy way to do it. Now, if you're eating a vegetarian diet the healthy way, or a vegan diet the healthy way, you greatly reduce your chances of getting the diseases that if you didn't pay any attention to your diet at all, or that if you consumed animals as part of your diet. So the number one step we should take if we want to get better from diseases, if we want to get better from all things, is eliminate carcasses from your diet and the byproducts of animals eliminate from your diet. I think it's a sad thing today that people are continuously looking for ways to get better and being deceived that animal products are the way. They are not the way to health. There's a lot of confusion out there because people say if you want to get fit and you take steroids, you're going to get big and strong, but you're going to create damage in the future. Well, it's the same thing with eating meat and animals and carcasses. You might reach a short-term goal, but you're setting up yourself a disaster in the long term. Now, I do believe that, and today man has messed up the food so much, even vegetarian foods, fruits and vegetables are depleted of the nutrients that our body needs because the soil is so bad in most places. So we have to understand about supplements and learn a good supplemental program based on our own blood work and good blood test with somebody who understands how to read it and take healthy supplements along with eating a healthy diet to create a healthy life. And that goes way beyond just food. A healthy lifestyle is a lifestyle. And we can get into the other things, but we need to make sure we're eating our food. When it comes to food, this is what you want. You want foods that'll give your body the most while using the least to get them. So getting the most nutrients while using the least amount of energy to digest those nutrients. This is why carcasses are so bad to eat. There are nutrients in carcasses, but it takes so much work for the body to get rid of all the waste that's left over and to get those nutrients out of that. And that makes it a very unhealthy food, including now adding to it all the toxins and everything else that's in there. It's not healthy, and it's also not fit for human consumption. That's why heart attacks are so high today and on heart disease so high. Now, animal products, vegetarian products, vegan products, fruits and vegetables, there's so much in there the body can use, and it's so easy to get out of it. There's so much little waste, and the body assists itself in getting rid of it. So we want to do our best the ideal is to not even go on a vegan diet, it's going on a raw food diet. And I'll explain that in a moment. But the ideal would be, remember, the foods that give your body the most nutrients while using the least amount of energy to get those nutrients. So the ideal food would be eating a vegan diet with mostly fruits and vegetables. And if we could do a raw vegan diet with mostly fruits and vegetables, even better. But then a vegan diet, mostly fruits and vegetables, and then we go down the chain. But when you get to dead carcasses, it promotes a short-term lifestyle, a lifespan, not long-term. So we wanna do our best to promote a long-term lifestyle. I would hope we do. And here's what it comes down to, folks. Here's what it comes down to: surviving versus thriving. Oh, I'm not saying you're gonna eat meat and not survive, but that's all you're gonna be doing is surviving. And I promise you, when you start eating a diet of a raw vegan diet the right way, because there is a wrong way to do it, but when you start doing it the right way, and that's what I talk about on my website, it cannot compare. You are completely thriving compared to just striving and barely surviving. It just makes such a world of a difference. The amount of energy you have, the amount of alertness you're going to have, the amount of joy you're going to have. Who ever thought that all that could be related to the food you put in your body? Well, think about it. If you're going to eat an orange picked right off a tree or an apple picked right off a tree versus an animal that was just killed, or an animal that was killed last week or last month or 6 months ago, how in the world can you not think that orange or apple off the tree is not going to make you feel better than eating a carcass that's been sitting in some freezer for who knows how long? How in the world can you think eating any type of animal at all, or some fish swimming around in a toxic pool of water, is going to be better than eating a delicious, exotic, sweet fruit off a tree, or a vegetable, a fresh vegetable out of the ground? Because the reason why is it's deception of the TV and deception of the media and everything else. That's how. I remember years ago they had that. So the first survivor, the people on this amazing island in Malaysia, where I knew they had a bunch of fruits hanging off the trees, but they were running around the island chasing the rats, saying, "We need our protein. We need our protein." They caught the rat, they cooked the rat, they ate the rat, and guess what they said? Tastes like chicken. I'm not condoning eating rats, folks, but I am condoning not eating chicken or rats. I'm condoning getting those fresh fruits and vegetables that aren't in tree that the monkeys are eating and the big strong apes are eating that the healthy horses and elephants are eating and they're big and strong. And when you start giving these animals other animals to eat, that's when they get sick and die from their diet. The quickest rise in disease out there today is type 2 diabetes. It's 100% diet related. Did you hear what I just said? 100% diet related. The real weapons of mass destruction are a knife and a fork and a spoon. People are killing themselves. It's a slow suicide. Happened much quicker today. Between gluttony and eating carcasses, people are dying quicker than ever. They get more disease than ever. And they laugh it off like it's no big deal until they're affected with it. Until they're sitting in a chemo lab with a whole bunch of other people, probably waiting for their after their chemo, they go to McDonald's or somewhere else to get some meat or something else that's going to contribute to their disease that they're trying to get better from. Stop eating dead animals and things that come from dead animals. If you're drinking dairy today from the store, that's like drinking a drug cocktail. It is that bad for you. And so many other things that are going on that people don't know because the media is just brainwashing people, convincing people that, oh, it's Thanksgiving, let's go kill a turkey and eat it. No, it's Thanksgiving. Why don't you go to your garden and get food and make a salad instead of overeating on so much food and then complaining, oh, the tryptophan, the turkey's putting me to sleep. No, it's called overeating. It's called eating a dead animal. So it's time we got right with this, and promise you, I never met anyone who ate more meat than I used to eat. I can go to a barbecue and have 7 hamburgers in one sitting. I understand the addiction to eating dead animals and carcasses, but I also understand disease because I suffered from it for many years, and I see many people continue to suffer from it. And I'm not saying everyone's going to suffer immediately, but somebody will suffer eventually. You're all going to suffer from the fallback of eating dead animals and things that come from it. Now, as for the raw food diet and lifestyle, please see other videos on my website because there's definitely a wrong way to do it. And I'm going to talk about 2 of those things right in a moment here, but we need to get it. We need to understand your diet is not healthy if a dead animal is in it. If you were sitting in a restaurant eating something and a dead cockroach ran across your plate and you killed it and squished it, you would not put it on a fork and eat it. You know why? Because society and media says that is disgusting and gross. But if you were in some other countries around the world, they would eat it. And I'll tell you what, that cockroach is probably much healthier than the chicken or the steak that's on your plate that you are eating. Probably much cleaner as well. But I'm advocating stop eating all that garbage, stop eating all that junk. Put something healthier in your body. What I eat in a day, I eat fresh fruits and vegetables. That's what I eat in a day. Nuts and seeds as well. That's it. Oh, you can't live healthy on that type of diet. Well, it's been over 20 years. So in over 20 years, I've been eating this type of diet. And I know people that have been eating this way for over 50 years. And they're still alive. And they don't have cancer. And they don't have diabetes. And they don't have all these other diseases. As a matter of fact, when I was eating the dead animals, I got a disease. I got inflammatory bowel disease. I don't have it now. So I'm advocating you stop eating the animals and stop making your stomach a cemetery for dead animals, and you start living a healthier lifestyle. I have this on this chart here on my website. It's called a lifestyle. It's called a raw food vegetarian lifestyle chart. My website is rawlife.com. I'll put the link below the video to this, but it just talks about living a healthy lifestyle and the importance of not consuming animals and why it's so healthy for us and why it'll bless us. And a simple chart like this on your refrigerator or something else will really help you understand so much more about health and so on. And then I have a food combining chart. Once you start to switch to a raw food diet and lifestyle, there's a food combining chart that talks about the order of eating certain foods. This is what I was talking about. If you're eating a raw food diet, but you're eating a watermelon with like bananas, that's not a healthy combination because the bananas have so much less liquid in them. So the watermelon digests so much faster. So you want to eat the watermelon first and then wait before you eat the banana. Simple things like that. So that's a food combining chart. So all of this important information that's going to help you once you get there. But the first step is to stop eating animals and animal byproducts, dairy, ice cream, eggs, milk, cheese. And the animal, stop eating the animal. We're designed to pick a fruit off a tree, or in some cases, if you live in a city, off a grocery store shelf. But we're not designed to go hunt down an animal, cut it open with our fingers, and eat it. It's just not in our design. And I'll say it again: just because you've gotten away with doing something does not mean it's okay. Does not mean it's all right. So I do take supplements because man has messed up with the soil so much and the soil so depleted. I know I'm not getting everything I need from just the food alone, so I do take supplements. But I'd much rather take supplements and eat a healthy raw vegan diet than take supplements and eat animals. It's just, listen, if you have a baby and you put in front of them a dead animal and an orange, they're going to eat the orange 100% of the time. If you take a young adolescent child and you put a dead animal and an apple, they're going to eat the apple 100% of the time. If you take somebody who's never seen TV before and you put in front of them a dead animal or a fresh fruit or even a vegetable, they're going to choose the fruit or vegetable 100% of the time. But if you brainwash them, if you make them watch TV and from the time they're young, you give them animals to eat and then you give them that choice, sometimes they might go after the dead animal instead. It's just a brainwashing that happens, but no one in their right mind, without being brainwashed like so many of us who are growing up, would never choose a carcass to eat over a fresh fruit, vegetable, nut, or seed. But this world today, and then one of the funniest things I get is when people tell me, when are you going to eat some real food? When am I going to eat some real food? And my diet consists of fruits and vegetables. So when am I going to eat some real food? I mean, what is real food to people today? I mean, it's just people need to get it. They need to wake up. They need to wake up and they need to get it. So add more fruits and vegetables to your diet. Check out my Raw Life Health Show .com. You can check out my videos there. And I do every Wednesday night. I do a live Q&A. If you guys have questions for me, I'll check. You can check that out. Live Q&A every Wednesday night. If you're on my Facebook page, I always post a link there or something else. But I'm going strong. I mean, I think there's a transition that people need to make and take because we've been eating this way for so many years, for so long. It's not that easy to simply wake up one day and say, I'm going to stop eating animals. But when you see a film like What the Health and you understand the facts and you see the truth, it makes it much easier to say, why would I want to do that to myself and my children and my family and my body? And just why in the world would I want to put stuff in me that's so bad? I mean, let's look at smoking, for example. I mean, now enough people know smoking is so bad that they stop doing it. But how many of you know somebody who smokes cigarettes and you consistently tell them it's bad for them and they shouldn't be doing it, but they keep lighting up and putting these choke sticks in their mouth or these death sticks in their mouth? Heart attack sticks in their mouth. And you keep telling them, you keep showing them, and then they say, oh, well, I know it's bad for me, but I can't help myself. I mean, it's just, that's the real weapon of mass destruction. That's what we need to be worried about. People are so worried about nuclear wars and nuclear bombs coming on us. Meanwhile, they're feeding their children dead animals and killing them. It just makes no sense. How much do we value our health and our life that we're so worried watching the news and being scared about the possibility of somebody throwing a bomb over us, but instead we're killing ourselves with the poison we're eating on our plate? And we got so much people worried about spending so much money trying to fight all these diseases and everything else while they're killing themselves by creating these diseases by what they're putting on their plate. You know, if you already have a disease, I tell you this, the only incurable disease is an incurable thinking. Every disease that the body creates, it can cure if you start letting the body do what it was designed to do, and that is to be healthy. The body's design is to be healthy. And anyone else out there that thinks they need to eat meat to be healthy or to be alive or anything like that, you're greatly misunderstood of what you've been taught growing up. And anyone out there that thinks the vegan diet is a panacea and you won't get sick of eating a vegan diet, you're deceived as well. You have to do this with wisdom, but it's not difficult. And it should start, and the start is to eliminate dead animals from your diet, eliminate alive animals from your diet. Don't eat any animals. I saw a great thing that says, if it poops, I'm not eating it. So that's a great motto. If it poops, don't eat it. And then from there, milk and cheese and eggs and things that are animal products, eliminate those. Just that as a start, you will feel so much better. But don't go and replace that with a whole bunch of junk food and fake meat and all this other stuff. No, eat more fruits and vegetables in your life. And remember, health doesn't begin with what you add to your diet; it begins with what you eliminate. Eliminate the things that are creating the problem, and those are, as I said, yes, processed food and a whole bunch of other foods like junk foods are a problem. But the dead animals, the carcasses, and the products that come from those dead animals are not human consumption, fit for human consumption, should not be eaten. And it's just a matter of time before the body breaks down if we continue to eat those things. So I plead with you to check out that video, What the Health, and also take care of your health. Just try it for 30 days. 30 days. Stop eating animals and putting carcasses in your body for 30 days. Stop eating all animal products, milk, cheese, dairy, eggs, and all that garbage for 30 days. 30 days. And see how you feel at the end of that. All right, do it consistently. Be healthy at, be diligent at it, and come on my Wednesday night hangout if you want some questions. If you have questions about it, but do it. I have recipes on my website, but you don't need recipes. Just eat fruits and vegetables. There's your recipe. Eat more fruits and vegetables, and don't eat dead animals. Try it for 30 days. See how you feel, and there you go. I have retreats every now and then in South Florida here. When I do, if you're interested, just type below the video or something, or contact me. You're interested in a retreat. When I have them, I'll let you know. And we could do this. You could do this. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to encourage you. And again, if you're a person that's addicted to eating addicted to eating animals and things like that, I was at one time as well, and I broke it. And you could break it as well. And you can be fit, you can be healthy, and all that good stuff by just eating healthy. All right. So put your comments or questions below the video. Thank you for checking out, everybody. Until then, have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.